Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Leopard Prototyp A. It's a tier 9 German medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Cliff and it's under the command of Lomian EU. Now I almost called it a light tank, but it's got light tank armour because there's virtually no armour at all. In fact, the best thing about this tank is the gun. If he's got the top gun, he's got the 105mm L7A1, and that's exactly what he's got, 420 alpha, hyper accurate, but virtually no armour on the tank, and this is the German prototype for the European tank. They made quite a few of these prototypes, but eventually they got around to building the Leopard, which was the tank that was accepted by the Bundeswehr. I think it's Bundeswehr, or the German army anyway. Somebody will correct me on that. Okay, well, he's managed to get up onto the donut very early on in the game before the enemy can actually react, and you can see there's only a few enemy tanks, and when he tries his first shot on the CS59 doesn't get it in. Reload time 8.71 seconds, which is okay for a 105mm gun. Oh, that guy's just gone around the corner. Yeah, he is using this dip here to provide him with a bit of cover, but there are some enemy just around the corner. If they decide to come around after him, he'd have trouble, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think what they're going to do is they're going to sit on that corner and try and stop him from shooting at their teammates. So we've got the CS59 bounced around off his roof, and we've got a Progetto 46 a bit further back. You can see a number of enemy tanks have made their way over to the centre. Progetto, Leopard Prototype of their own, and then we've got an Object 705, and there's a VK4502 there, and you can shoot that guy in the side. Took her around from the CS59, but put one into the VK. And I think the round that the CS fired at him was a 100mm round. It's one of those new Polish tanks, the CS59, tier 9, 100mm gun, I think, if I remember correctly, but quite a powerful one. Yeah, unfortunately it went straight through the roof. You can see there, that's where the penetration went through. Okay, he's just tempting that CS59 to take a shot, so he can then take one back in return. He's pushing his luck, but I think he feels confident. The Samur's gone, so okay, that opens up that route. There's only a Wizzy 1201 FT scene down there. CS59 still keeps thinking he's going to pull around. Oh, now unfortunately he got hit again. And where did it go this time? Oh, it went in through the side. Ouch. So he's lost about half his hit points so far. Now we've got 3 replays by Lomian EU coming up. This is the first of them. And we'll see how he gets on in the other ones as well. Okay, M6A2E1 Mutant off there in the distance. He's got a 105mm gun as well. Oh, I think CS made a mistake that one there. Came forward trying to get the Patriot, and in return he actually took a round from Lomian. And I think he's still trying to get the Patriot, and every time he does that he's actually making himself vulnerable by overextending. Mutant's going to make his way across that path very shortly. There we go. One right through his side for 405. I'll have that. Yep. Remember, the alpha damage from these shells is 420, so that is a low roll. 278 standard penetration on APCR, and with premium it's 323. And now he's able to get a shot on the CS. Puts one through the turret, but he took one in return. Ouch! And again, it went through the side of the vehicle. Now the thing about the Leopard is it has no armour. I did say that right at the start. Anything that touches you is more than likely going to go straight through. So you have to be a little more careful about what you expose, because otherwise the enemy is going to get damage on you. So he's now down to just 1/3 of his hit points left, but he might be able to take out that mutant. Yes, he does. So he's got his first kill. He's up to 1.8k. He hasn't blocked a lot of damage, but then again, as I said, no armour, so it doesn't block damage, this tank. You've got a low roll on the Carnarvon. And now we've got our own CS-59 round, so this is going to actually complicate matters for the enemy CS-59, because if he comes around the corner, he's going to be firing at 2 tanks, firing back at him. The Patriot's pulled away, and the enemy CS-59's just fired, which means now he is vulnerable, and that's him out the game. Yep, beautifully. He knew that the CS-59 had taken a round, so he knew that he was cleared to take a shot without fear of return of fire. It's still a Carnarvon, but low hit point Carnarvon off there, and just behind him he's got a Scorpion G who's come around the corner, but I think he's more worried about that Object 430U, who is now one shot. And that's a bit of a bad move by that Object, because he's facing 3 tanks who could take him out. The Scorpion's coming around the corner. I think he's trying to help the CS-59, or the Object 430U rather, and that's a bit of a bad move by the Scorpion. Unfortunately, he gets around into the Patriot, but we're going to get around into him free of charge. 404 low roll. And we should be able to get another one because he's in a long reload. Thank you very much. Yes. Yep, got that one in as well. That's a high roll. The Wizzy 1201 GFT is focusing on us, so we're going to take out the Scorpion with one shot and go down here and try and deal. Oh, the Wizzy's come down as well. He knows that he wants Lomian, and he's now left Lomian on only 57 hit points, but Lomian gets around in to finish him off in the engine bay. So he's going to have to be cautious from now on. He might be able to get that Carnarvon. He's got 4 kills now. The Carnarvon's a one shot. I think he ought to be a little more ultra cautious now, because I think that Carnarvon with his gun depression and everything could easily get a shot onto Lomian, and he's gone. The CS-59 got him, so now with 4 left on each side, and the enemy's actually got the advantage over our cap area because they've got the heights overlooking it, as well as that Leopard Prototyp who's nearby. So he's spotting for his team whilst the other guys are up in the heights looking for us to pop up. Nice shot into the side of the Prototyp. Again, no armour, so of course anything that touches it's going to kill it. He's a one shot now. I think the Patriot wants him. No, CS-59's going to get him. Oh, and in fact, yes, he does. It looked for a second there that Lomian was going to get shot underneath that wreck, the 430U wreck, right into that Prototype. I think that's what he was thinking about. But they also need to be cautious because there's a ridgeline here, but if the enemy is in the sniper's nest, there's clear shots over this direction, and you have to stay behind the rocks in order to protect yourself. And ooh, Object 705. Nice shot into the turret. 402. Pulls back into cover. Nice. He's working these bushes for the moment. There's nobody over here to spot, so the enemy 705 is pulling away, but the CS-53 still appears to be near the sniper's nest. Okay, CS-59 on our team, and the CS-53, well, the CS-53 is going for the enemy cap. The CS-59 is trying to take the heights overlooking the battlefield so he can actually get shots, or is he going for the... No, he's going for the bushes area. That's a bit odd. Whilst the Patriot, well, he's headed for the enemy cap area as well, I think. Pretty sure that's what he's up to. They're going to force the enemy's hand. 705 is going to have a long drive all the way around the cap area, or around the cliff, to get back to his own cap. And the CS-53 is now capping. I think the Patriot is going to take up a position where he can shoot on anyone who tries to come back to the cap and reset. And their CS-53 has come back around. That's why he wasn't being spotted by the CS-53, because he has come back. And in fact, actually, the CS-59 is being hit by the CS-53 on the enemy team. So I think at the moment, he's a bit redundant here, Lomian. He needs to move if he's going to get shots on the 705. I suspect the 705 is on his way back to the cap. There's the 705. Yes, he is on his way back. But they're kind of blocked because obviously they've got the Patriot and the CS-59 both trying to get shots on them. CS-59's almost out of juice. He's taking a risk going across this gap, but he's managed to make it across. And now I think he's going to have a bit of an advantage. If he can take the heights, he can look down on them and shoot them from above. Yep, he's going to do it. Good. Excellent. Okay, now they're going to be at a disadvantage because his gun depression is now going to work against them. And he's going to get shots in the side of that 705. He has been seen, but here we go. First shot didn't work. The CS53 is getting close to the cap area. Unfortunately, that means we're probably going to see a reset. They're capping out. Will they get it in time? Oh, they did. The CS53 got a cap reset. And we couldn't get a shot into the CS53, but I think the Patriot is going to see to him if he tries to go near the cap again. And in fact, actually, our CS53 saw off their one, which means now there's only the 705 left. He's platooned with the CS59. They both got 3 kills. So long as they both survive this, they're going to get a brothers in arms. 705's coming towards our CS59. That brings the Patriot into play as well. Here we go. Can we get a shot in? Flat plate. Yes! And that brings up the high caliber and wins the game. Nicely played, Lomian. On very low hit points. Only 37 hit points for him. And, well, the CS59 didn't have much more either. He had only 3% of his health left at the end of that game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tank of a Lomian EU in the Leopard Prototyp A. And in fact, this was his first ace tanker in this vehicle. You only get the scrolls once. That's the first time. And this was the first time. He got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 with that last shot. And a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. And a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he managed to get 8. He got a brothers in arms. He platooned with the CS59. They both had at least 3 kills. In fact, he had 4. And he also got the high caliber right at the last shot for dealing the most damage in the game. Overall, and his win rate from that battle was 6,817. Very well played, super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Oh, in fact, actually, he earned it over the Leopard Prototyp A on the enemy team. 4,539 hit points to him, whereas Lomian managed to get 4,786 hit points. So that last shot really did give him a medal. So very well played. 3,276 hit points went to the enemy CS53. He did get a defender for resetting the cap, and he reset it, I think, at about 100 cap points, was it? No, 99, very, very close. And his win rate was 4,570, so I think he'll be happy with that anyway. And then the next high score after that is actually their T30 with 2,821. Our CS59, the platoon mate, he managed to get a brothers in arms and a Confederate and 2,625 hit points. Our CS53 got a Confederate medal as well, but he didn't survive the battle. When it came to kills, it was Lomian who got the highest number, 4 kills for him, 3 kills for the CS59, the Patriot, and also for the Progetto on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it's Lomian. Yep, he's got that one. And that's 1,351 base experience points to him. And the next high scorer was the Patriot with 1,163, and then the CS59 with 1,041. And these were the only 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 base. He fired 22 shots of 105mm ammunition in that game, got 15 direct hits and 14 penetrations, damage of 4,786 hit points, of which 1,204 were at more than 300 meters. He received 5 hits from the enemy, 4 of which were penetrations, 1 non-penetration. Yeah, he was lucky with that one, being a non-penetration. But yes, it just goes to show that the armour on the Leopard Prototype is diabolically bad. Anything that touches you is more than likely going to go through, and you can pray that the enemy will hit your tracks, but more than likely they're not going to hit your tracks. They're actually going to get some damage on you. 1 hit by way of splash damage as well, 390 hit points of damage blocked by armour, and 1 enemy vehicle spotted. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, did 900 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium account, he earned 72,185 credits, got 70,000 credits for completing the mission events, total 142,185 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and he did have to use some premium ammo during that game, it was necessary, he actually ended up with 52,126 credits, and that's a decent score as well. 2,026 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 4,053 experience points altogether. So he says hard work, teamwork for the ace tanker and the Leopard Prototype. Well, it was hard work, but it was very well played. I mean, sometimes, some points during that battle, I thought he wasn't going to survive because some of the enemies he was up against had decent guns and he had very little in the way of hit points left. In fact, when that Wizzy 120 came down to try and get him when he was down on the ground again after killing the Scorpion, I thought for a second, oh dear, here we go. But yes, he managed to avoid getting killed, and then he managed to go on to get that last shot on the 705. He considered it carefully to put the shell in the right spot, and it worked and won the game. So he earned his ace tanker very, very well indeed. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We got more videos from Lomi. As I said, there's 3 in total, another 2 to come, so do stick around and you'll see some more fun. Thanks for watching.